know, yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't know, it's a vibe. Don't know, it's a vibe. Don't know, yeah. Don't know, it's a vibe. Don't know, yeah. Juice poured up, and I know it's a vibe. Like rolling with a man of my vibe. Said I need more drink inside of me, like bring more cup. Cause right now it's a vibe. Don't know, yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't know, yeah. Don't know, yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't know, it's a vibe. Don't know, it's a vibe. Don't know, yeah. Don't know, it's a vibe.
Big up football fans near and far. It's episode 2 of the Say It With Chess show, and it's going to be a fire show tonight. We've got some heavy hitters in the house. We've got 2 shameless Aston Villa fans in the form of Ben and DT in the building. We got Endzman. Endzman, I weren't really expecting to see you. And we have a really, really disgraceful who's going to be shaking his bum violently tonight on tonight's show, JP, who is going to be joining us in the building. I'm looking forward. Now, for all of those people wondering why we didn't have the Say It With Chess show last week, it's because we had the FA Cup weekend. And for those who've been following me long enough, you already know what I think about the FA Cup, sorry. I think it's fully dusty, and therefore there was no point me doing the show then. However, we came back to normal service this weekend with the Premier League, and I have to say, only one of us on the panel tonight. We won't be having any City fans because Imran has travelled all the way from Manchester to Brentford. He's shaking his bum violently now as he works his way back to the car park, and he gets into his vehicle and makes the 3.5-hour drive back to Manchester. Tony, on the other hand, couldn't make it tonight because it's quite late. He's in Finland, but Tony should be back next week's show. But before we get into it, I'm going to start with the Aston Villa fans. I'm going to start with you, Ben. How are you feeling? And first and foremost, surprise, because when things weren't going right for you, I didn't see you. But all of a sudden, Ben, you have turned up. How are you feeling? We can't hear you, Ben. We can't hear you. It's muted. I think mute.
Oh, sure. I thought you were unmuting me. It's pretty good times, isn't it? I mean, we've come over our hump and we've smashed Sheffield United at their place, the worst team in the league. But if you saw Douglas Luiz's pass to Ollie Watkins, then you know that we're serious. And I think we're in it for the long haul for the top 4 for sure.
Wow!
It's all good.
Wow! Can you see that?
What does my fellow Aston Villa fan think?
Shaking his bum violently. We haven't even started the show. We're just doing intros here, and we're getting some shameless activity. DT, welcome to the show. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. Nice to be here. Nice to still be around. I'm sure a lot of you guys were thinking after that Newcastle that we were done and out, but hey, we're back. We're still here.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I thought you guys were down and out. We should have done the kind of Say It With Chess midweek. I think if we had done it midweek, you guys wouldn't even be. It would have been interesting to see if you would have come on the show. But anyway, Endzman, big up to you, Liverpool fan. What are you saying, man?
All good, man. All good. I thought you were trying to stitch me up last week, man. After we smoked Chelsea, I was expecting Say It With Your Chest to be active and live, but it wasn't. You have to wait till we lose a game of football to throw it together. But at the end of the day, we're still top. We moved, man.
Okay, big up to you. And also, special guest tonight, JP in the building, shameless Arsenal fan. JP, we're just doing intros at the moment, but I don't expect you to talk for too much. But what are you saying? How are you, my bro?
No, I'm good, bro, man. I'm good. Obviously, when you're at least around top 3 at this stage of the season, you know, you wake up in a good mood. But yeah, I'm all right, man.
Big up to everyone in the chat. Footy Bands here today. Big up to everyone. Look, let's get into it. I think it's only fair that we start off with the Tottenham game against Everton. For me, I thought Tottenham let me down, to be honest. Right now, I'm sitting there 5th on the panel. We're just about in this race. It was a dusty performance where we didn't really play well, but somehow I thought we were going to nick it. And then these clowns just got an equaliser. Braithwaite at the end. I think Braithwaite though is a good player. Definitely some of the big six. I think Arsenal could do with him. Do you know what I mean? Because of your dodgy centre backs in Gabriel. But yeah, for me, I was slightly let down by Spurs. I mean, we wanted to win. I think if we had won the game, it would have been. I would have come with a bit more chest tonight. Unfortunately, we got the draw, but we're still hanging there. We're mathematically still involved, but it weren't great. But any views, JP? What was your view on the Spurs performance against Everton?
No, if I'm being real, I didn't watch you lot, man. I stopped watching you guys. I just thought after you dropped out of the top 4 race, obviously I heard you lot bottled, didn't it? But I didn't really watch it. If I'm being real.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. And DT, what was your view of the game? That's cool, man.
So
DT,
is this of the Newcastle or the Sheffield United game, or both?
no, I'm talking about the Spurs game before you guys.
Oh, the Spurs game.
About Spurs, bro. He said one Spurs. I ain't got time to talk about that.
I actually. So funnily enough, I did watch the match. I think you guys were doing what you do, but you're lacking that clinical head up top for me. We'll see what happens when Son comes back, but yeah, you guys were making all of that noise about Vicario being, up there. Last week you were like, Vicario is one of the best. He's better than Alisson. We've seen it now. He's dodgy. He's not as solid as you were bringing him up. Van der Ven, he's got pace, but still, you guys are leaking goals. So, I think you guys may end up finishing 5th if you guys keep going the way you are. But it's a long season. You guys got Maddison back. So, you can't be giving us all of those excuses about you being injured. So, let's see how it goes.
Bruv. I mean, Endzman, he's talking about Vicario. The truth is, when we look at the weekend's performance between Vicario and Alisson, I think Vicario still trumps Alisson because your goalkeeper. And to be honest, it was your fault because you were waxed lyrical about Van Dijk and your keeper, and they had shocking performances against Arsenal on the weekend. What are you saying?
I wouldn't say shocking performances. I don't agree. I wouldn't say shocking performance.
Alisson had a poor performance.
A moment of lapse of judgment, I would say. So between the two of them, they should have done better for the third goal. Ali should have done better in that position, but I wouldn't say they had a poor game. It was just one of those games, man, where we allowed ourselves to be our own kryptonite on the day. And it can happen. We have one of those games a season. Ali has one of those games a season. But for you to compare Vicario to Alisson, that's crazy to me, bro. He has to play at least more than 23 games in the league before he can compare himself to the best goalkeeper on the planet. The kid hasn't won anything yet, and he's conceded more than Alisson, you would say, right, this season. So it's just one of those ones. I get it, man.
I mean, best goalkeeper on the planet.
Yeah, of course he is. Name the other one that's better than him.
Best goalkeeper on the planet. Well, who just won it? Who won best keeper on the planet?
Ter Stegen, I behave.
Yeah,
so who's the other goalkeeper then?
Andy Martinez is carrying the trophy. He's got the trophy. He's the actual best keeper on the planet.
It's not about the trophy there, bro. From the eye, you know who's the better goalkeeper, and if you can't see that, then you probably need to borrow my glasses.
Well, Martinez hasn't just kicked Virgil van Dijk and missed the ball this season. So I think, to be fair,
where is Aston Villa sitting and where is Liverpool sitting?
Yeah, boys. Can't compare that.
4 points behind you. I think that's it.
It's 4 or 5 points. But no, look, before we get into it, because we're going to deal with the Liverpool-Arsenal game.
4 points behind, and I think we're on your tail. And the pressure's on. And we're not even meant to be there.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get to that, Ben. But what was your assessment of the Spurs-Everton game? And then we're going to move straight into the Arsenal-Liverpool game. Because I know your game and then the Arsenal-Liverpool game. But your assessment of the Spurs game on the weekend.
Are you asking me, bro? Or are you?
Nah, I'm asking Ben.
Ben,
can you hear me, Ben? I think it's cut a bit. Okay, cool. Look, let's move on. So for me, I was a bit upset in terms of the game. People, look, we're gonna go back and forth. The truth is, we're still in there. I don't care what anyone says. JP, you can look at me how you want to look at me with your side. I don't give a damn.
You're still in there for what?
involved.
Sorry,
Just
involved with what?
everybody on this show tonight is saying that their team is involved in the title challenge. There's no way you can come on this show and tell me that my team is not involved. Why are you laughing?
Bro, are you watching football with your eyes closed aside?
I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't great. It wasn't a great game. We got a draw. It's not a good result for Spurs, but we're hanging in by the skin of our teeth. At the end of the day, you lot did us a favour. By you beating Liverpool, you did us a favour. You beating Liverpool. You beating Liverpool kept us involved.
Are you Man City?
Had you lost to Liverpool, we wouldn't be involved. But you beat them, so we're still involved.
How many points are you away from Liverpool? How many points are you from Liverpool?
We are 8 points from Liverpool, which is 3 wins.
7, I'll give you that. 7.
7. Okay.
7 points. 7 points. I lie. That's 2 wins and a draw, bro. What are you telling me?
2 weeks ago, Arsenal was saying they were at the race at 5 points, so I don't know.
Nah, we're not. We're talking about Spurs here, respectfully.
Liverpool can lose another 2 more matches and draw.
And you could also lose another 2 games.
No, that's not what we're saying, bro. Because we're coming back to full fitness, my brother. We're coming back to full fitness.
Dej, the last time I joined your channel, bro, you guys were top of the league. You know, you had so much chat, bro. Right now, I just see a guy that's just not trying to get into depression.
Why are you acting like you didn't see what happened with my team? We lost all of our players. We've been playing with the bare bone, and we're hanging in there, and we're still in there, bro. That's the truth.
Excuses, man. Excuses, bro.
Anyway, let's get to. All right, let's get to the Villa game. I need to hear from the Villa fans. I was criticised the last show because I was told that I didn't give the Aston Villa DT in particular. Apparently, I didn't give you enough time to speak. So here you guys go. DT, you start us off, and then Ben will finish off. What are you saying about Aston Villa? For me, when I watched you guys against Newcastle, I thought you, man, were royally dusty, to be honest. And I was so happy when we went above you in the league. Do you get what I'm saying? I was like, yes, get these men out, because the quicker you lot get off the show, the better, to be honest. Because having you guys on here it is weird. I mean, I'm sure JP was finding it very strange that he's having to debate Villa fans on this channel.
No, not
what
even
you guys
still. I like
saying,
Villa.
DT, you start, and do you like Villa? But do you think Villa will finish above Arsenal? Why is he doing that? Guys, are you gonna have what he's? Are you gonna have it, DT? Please talk. What are you saying, DT, about Villa? You got to against United.
Bro, skip Spurs to say Arsenal. You know this guy. Oh my god.
I think currently we are. I'm a realistic person. I think top 4 is a massive possibility where we're going. Very strange result from us against Newcastle. Very uncharacteristic, especially given what we've done to them previously. I think the high line, probably, and the kind of pressure they put on us was slightly worrying for me. But I think given all of that, you know, to come and bounce back the way we did against Sheffield United, yes, they are bottom of the league, but you got to beat what's in front of you. And I think the way we played, the confidence we showed, gives us a realistic possibility of hanging on in there. You know, I think we've beaten every team bar Liverpool already this season. Arsenal have got it. Man City have got it. We've got Liverpool at home, which makes me feel a bit more confident. So, yeah, I think we can, as long as we don't mess up to Man United like we did before away at Old Trafford, having a 2-goal lead, I can still see us kind of hanging on in there all the way to the end. So, yeah, those are my general points. I'm quite happy with how we're performing.
DT, would you say that? Do you think Villa now, based on the weekend's result against Sheffield United, do you think you guys are the real deal, or are you? Because the thing is, I'm seeing Villa fans. Villa fans are speaking with a lot of chest. Back in the day, it would be we're doing well, but we don't expect to finish in the top four. That kind of conversation, but we're happy to. But right now, a lot of Villa fans are coming with a lot of chest, and I'm not going to lie to you, it's alien to me. Like, it's weird, and I'm struggling to comprehend what I'm seeing.
So I think it's the consistency we've shown. I think if it was over, half of the season or whatever, but this is going back from last season. So since Emery's come in, he's been fully consistent. The team has been on it from the get-go. So in terms of that, we've just lost our first game at home, all season. So this is coming from a place of confidence. We've been doing what we're supposed to do, and I think if we carry on in the way we have, we start getting a couple more players back, get Pau Torres back, get, Emi Buendia back, I think we can make a good push and stay up where we are, as long as we don't lose to the sides in and around us. So as long as we keep Man United off our backs, beat you guys again, I see no reason why we can't finish in that top four. I don't think we're going to make a late title bid, but who knows? It's that kind of season where I was saying to someone, anyone can get it. All of those Liverpool fans were shouting. They were like, we're unstoppable. And like we saw, Arsenal came and they did a job on them. So let's see how it goes. I think a lot of teams will be surprised by what happened because Brighton, West Ham, those teams around in and around us, they're taking point off the top teams. So let's see. I mean, I'm sure Ben's gonna back me up, but let's see if his Wi-Fi is gonna hold up.
Ben, what are you saying, Ben? We're seeing a lot of shameless chest from Villa fans. Oh no, we've lost Ben for the moment. JP, I was just saying, I just wanted to refer to the fact that when he said we beat you, that was coming from DT. He was referring to Arsenal. So I just want you to hold that for when you have your segment. He's speaking with that kind of chest right here. DT, do you think Villa can finish above Arsenal this season?
Realistically, no. Only because this is the first time that we're doing it in a while. I'm not going to come here and start trying to act big in it. I think realistically, no. But like I said, anything can happen. As long as we're still in it, let's see what happens. A couple of injuries and the team could look very different. So an injury to Saka, an injury to Declan Rice, and anyone can get them. So
I agree. If you don't cook the basmati rice properly, it could be problems. And what are you saying about Villa though? Before we move into the Arsenal-Liverpool game, what are you saying? Are they looking like the real deal? Should we all sit up? Because let's be real, bro. It's easy for you not to talk about Tottenham. The truth is, they're right behind both of you. So none of you should be feeling comfortable to give you. Any one of you two coming on here with chest about Villa, I think you're both mad. So because they could take any of you out. And like he said, they've beaten everyone on this panel, to be honest. So, and should we be taking them a bit more seriously?
Bar Liverpool, they haven't beaten Liverpool.
Yet. Right,
no, you haven't beaten. It won't happen. To be fair to them, I was talking to my boy Savage today about Aston Villa, and I like Douglas Luiz. I think he's a very good player. I didn't rate him at first, but now he's starting to doing things that I'm like, okay, cold little player there. I'm looking at your team at home. You guys are very consistent. Away from home, you're very inconsistent. So if I look off just the back of that, am I worried about Villa finishing above us? No, because if it's a home game, I think they'll go and do what they need to do. But when they're away from home, the record speaks for itself. They don't win many games. They concede silly goals as well when they're away from home. The next two games is Man United and Chelsea. One of them is at home, and I'm sure the other one's away, isn't it? So
no, both at home. Chelsea and United.
Chelsea are very inconsistent. Can Villa get a win there? Of course they can. But then you never know what Chelsea might turn up. Man United, I saw you guys play so well against them. Yeah. But yet, for some reason, you decided to just, I don't know, bro, whatever the conversation was at halftime or whatever, you guys decided you didn't want to win the game on the night. So you got two tough teams coming up. Let's see how you how you come out of those 2 games, and then we can reassess and look at the conversation again. But from your question, bro, I'm not worried about them finishing above us. As a Liverpool fan, bro, we're just about what's in front of us. The next game is Burnley. We'll go for that one, and we see what happens.
Respect. JP, obviously shots fired at your beloved tonight. Sitting there, and I know you've been shocked, but this is saying with chest to get me. We say things with chest on the show, so come.
Nah, man.
Are you worried about Aston Villa this season?
Nah, bro. I'm only worried about 2 teams, man. If I'm being real, 2 teams, and that's obviously Liverpool and Man City. But listen, as an Arsenal fan, I don't think we're in a title race. I don't think we're in the title race, bro. That's my opinion. But I also don't think Villa and the teams behind us are going to cause too much problems. Like Aston Villa, obviously, that's a team I like watching, but like you said, innit, away from home, a bit shaky, but at home, very good. They're probably like the only top side, if you consider them a top side, anyways, to beat us. I think this season, because I don't think we ain't lost to Liverpool, Man City. Don't know if you consider Spurs a top side either, man. But so I don't.
We're in the equation, so just
nah, but I'm just saying. So I'm not really taking our shots fired. I do think, obviously, Villa could create a problem. Like you said, if we get a couple injuries, that's why right now I'm staying a bit humble with the whole Arsenal thing. Because we all know, man, towards the end, that's where we see. And I also don't see Villa don't have a big squad either. So, we could have had an injury. But at the end of the day, I don't think, like I said, to me, it's going to be Man City and Liverpool going for the title anyways. But I think Spurs should be worried about Aston Villa, if I'm being real. Because I think Villa will finish above Spurs. That's my opinion. I think Villa will get 4th, yeah.
You think Villa will get 4th?
Yeah, I think Villa will get 4th this season still.
I think Villa get 4th, Tottenham finish 3rd. I think you lot finish 5th, and I've been saying it before the season started. I'm not getting gassed by the fact that you beat Liverpool, bro. I'm not getting gassed. It's a win. That's all it is, bro. It's not changed nothing. You man are still the same dusty side. It's just that Liverpool didn't want to turn up, and I think this is a good segment for us to kind of move on to the game, yesterday's game, Arsenal-Liverpool. Endzman, I might have to start with you first, man. I have to be real.
Go on.
I was bitterly disappointed in your dusty team. I had you, man, to win 4-3. I expected you to slap them up. The way that you, man, did things midweek, I thought, yeah, these men are legit. They're not missing Salah. You know what I mean? They're going to go there and turn Arsenal over. Let's just pattern Arsenal real quick. You, man, the conspiracy theorist in me says this is a movie. And you lot deliberately did what you did. I've never seen Alisson and Van Dijk so rubbish in my life. The team was dusty. Nunez didn't even have a shot on goal. Diaz, I mean, I don't even know how he even managed to score that little humble moment. But bro, as a Liverpool fan, before us for Aston Villa and Tottenham tell you how upset we are, explain that crusty performance, bro, because that was rubbish.
All right, let me break it down. For one, I don't like how you're calling my team crusty when you guys sit in 5th. Number 2, yes, it was an off day, bro. We had an off day in the office. We decided this wasn't a game we wanted to go out and win for some strange reason. Whether you think about making excuses or not, we were missing. Obviously, I would say Bradley would have started that game. Sobo just before the game got, injured, so he missed that one. Nunez game before, foot injury. He would have naturally started in this game, which then affected the way we play in terms of how we press. And we played into Arsenal hands. I'm not going to make excuses for Liverpool. We were poor. Arsenal was really good. But even though Arsenal was really good, the goals they scored was us making those mistakes. It wasn't because Arsenal played brilliant football and got the goal from it. It was us doing silly stuff. The Trossard goal, Ali should easily save that. It goes through him. Virgil and Alisson for the second goal. Just after halftime, we was getting on top. We had more of the ball. We looked like we were, putting a foothold in the game. Even though Arsenal had a great first half, we still managed to get ourselves back on level term. But listen, Arsenal deserved their win, bro. At the end of the day, who puts their chances away gets the result, and Arsenal did. But I'm looking at the game going, it's not like Arsenal did a masterclass and they got their goals from that masterclass. It was our own stupidity that cost us that game. Yeah, I'm not saying we'd have went on to win the game, but I won one in the second half. They don't make that mistake. Do you get another goal? Probably not.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking you guys' performance. You played well, but the way you played did not get you those goals. It was us that gave you them goals. But you guys deserve your 3 points, bro. So respect to Arsenal.
I mean, I hear you. I mean, and here today, who's an Arsenal fan, says, facts, Deji, honestly, both Arsenal and Liverpool were dusty in the final third. Wasn't that much quality. It was a grimy game. I fully agree. I thought it was one of the worst games I've seen all season. In fact, if I was closing my eyes and I didn't see the lineup, I would have thought it was Luton versus Sheffield United, or Colchester versus Wrexham. It was that, or it was that kind of level. But JP, you're out here making faces, innit? Do you not agree that was a dusty game and you man just somehow
that dusty game, bro? We won 3-1 against the league leaders. Like he mentioned, obviously all our goals were from mistakes, but Liverpool's goal was from a mistake, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Not gonna disagree.
and that last goal, and obviously some of the mistakes were created because of our players as well. Like obviously, if Martinelli's not making that run and making Alisson panic and Van Dijk panic, that he don't get that goal either, man. And for the Trossard one as well, there was gap. He obviously twisted. I don't even know who it was, and then went on to score.
Yeah.
No, but my point is like we Liverpool in that game, you give them 10 good minutes in the second half, the beginning. Like, because I thought, obviously when I was watching the game live, I was like, if we that's why when that equalizer killed us, man, I was thinking second half it always up the tempo, innit? But I think Liverpool's quality yesterday wasn't really there, man. Like, I don't even know who is it. Gakpo started up front, didn't really do much. I didn't really feel they had anyone really bossing the game like that. I feel like he took off Trent as well. Wrong moment, maybe from Klopp as well, maybe. Because he's the type of player you keep on, deliveries of the ball, could score you a banger at any time as well. But generally, I was happy with that performance. Huh?
Is the fact that Klopp's announced that he's leaving? Do you think that could be a factor as well? I mean, it's big news. Big news.
I don't know, man. It's the pundits doing that stupidity, bro. Like, we're Liverpool Football Club. Didn't we not win 3 games after he mentioned that? So we can't use the one game to justify. He makes no. And I've seen the laziness from the other pundits as well doing the same thing. He shouldn't have mentioned it. So what happened to? We're just going to forget the other game. We just smoked up Chelsea. That didn't affect the boys. We just got to a final. That didn't affect the boys. As I said, the moment you drop points or lose a game, it's always going to be, it's because my man said he was going to leave. It has nothing to do with it. We weren't good. Arsenal was good. But even though with that, as I said, the caveat is in context, Liverpool did some crazy stuff I've not seen us do in a minute in that game. And yes, you're right, bro. Our goal was from a mistake as well. But at the same time, it was just like, I'm watching my team going, we could have just got a draw in this game and played dog shit. That's how I was looking at it.
I think Rabbi throws a good question to you. He says, did Liverpool overthink it maybe?
No, I feel like there was a lot of factors in there. As I said, Bradley would have started, so condolences. He obviously lost his dad the day on the Saturday. So he would have started that game in great form, 5 assists and a goal. Defensively, he's been sound as well, and he's getting forward and he's in a great moment, a great space. That means he would have started the game. Stobbo as well. In that last game against Chelsea, the engine room running, creating, and scored a goal against Chelsea as well. So the confidence, he missed out on that game. Nunes took a knock to the foot. You guys, there's mixed bag from obviously our fan base. I don't know what you guys think about Nunes, but even if you don't rate him as a player, one thing you understand is he creates a lot of opportunities and he creates a lot of, I don't want to use the word chaos because I feel like it's lazy as well. His movement on and off the ball, and him just the idea of getting shots away causes problems for defenders, and we didn't have that in the game. So you're talking about Nunes with his pressing, speeding behind. You're talking about Sobol work rate, can get a goal, can create, and then you're talking about Bradley, a kid that's in really, really good form. and I'm not saying the players that didn't come in couldn't have replicated that, but because when you have a structure and you have an idea and a game plan going into the game, and then you have to literally strip that out, it could, sometimes it could, and we just look very off balance in the game. And Arsenal
But I think though,
advantage of that.
I think let's not. I almost forgot, man. How can we not praise the two guys, bro? Jorginho was dominating you, man, bro.
Yeah,
in the
Jorginho
middle,
was really good.
And Declan Rice, I mean, we know what he's been on as well. He was very good in that game as well. I think in the middle as well, and we had a lot of control. I know in the end, Liverpool had more possession if you look at it like that, but like I felt like Jorginho was dictating a lot. Like he's actually going forward with the ball. And I think Declan Rice was just, like I said, in the middle. I feel like Liverpool were confused, man. They had no answer as well.
But this is what I was saying, though, bro. With Sobol, you don't get that opportunity to be, take my time, put the foot on the ball, pick my head up. The pressing, the energy from this kid, bro. I call him a kid, he's 23, but the pressing and energy from him, Jorginho wouldn't have had a moment of rest in there for him to put his foot on it. And that's not to knock his performance because he was really good. But those little things, bro, you take out little components out of your team, it does affect it. Arsenal had their components. Obviously, they were missing Jesus as well. He adds something different to them as well. So, yeah, it's not an excuse. I'm not going to make excuses, bro. Arsenal was the better team on the day. But I just look at the chance and I'm like, don't make that mistake. It probably ends up being 1-1. Arsenal probably carries on creating. But I'm looking at, we might nick it near the end with a dead goal, deflected, whatever. But yeah, to concede those 2 goals, man, is just crazy.
It was very poor, and it happens. And I guess for me, it just shows the level of the Prem. Anyone thinking that Liverpool were only going to lose 1 game this season, I knew that there was going to be plenty more twists and turns. Look, DT, I know you got a goal soon, but as an outsider, your team's obviously shaking their bum. Are we seeing potential weaknesses in the 2 teams? Because we see a lot of Liverpool fans talk with chess. We see a lot of Arsenal fans talk with chess. Do you think we can get them on the blind side? And I say we, as in Tottenham and Villa. Could we surprise the whole league and come back from behind, like the classic story of the turtle and the hare? Do you know what I mean? Because these men are looking like hares right now, and we're looking like turtles. But the truth is what happens at the finish line. Do you think your club could maybe be a surprise package?
So I think the element that everyone is kind of forgetting is that this is the Premier League. Nothing is a given. I think a lot of teams and clubs are going, if they get 2 points, it's going to get 2 points. We're seeing sort of ridiculous results where, Bournemouth are slapping up Man United at home. Who would have ever thought that in any other season would have happened? So, give shocks are going to come up before the end of the season. So if any team can remain consistent in that and go under the radar, a bit like the way in which Aston Villa have gone about their business, there's an easy possibility that we can sneak in. But I think a lot more teams are paying closer attention. And Tottenham, I think, that high line is getting found out by a couple of teams. So that diagonal ball across the defense is catching out both Aston Villa and Tottenham, So if we're not looking to do things slightly differently, keep up that same pressure, we could be the ones that end up getting found out. And if Man United keep doing what they're doing, who knows, they could try and sneak into that 5th spot. So I think everyone's got to watch their back because nothing's given. So that's where I'm coming from with it at the moment.
I'm just going to say, you watch your back. I'm not watching my back. My back don't need to be watched. You watch your back as Aston Villa. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't be including my club with your club. Don't just because you're above us right now, you're getting a bit too excited. We're not with you. We're not like you guys. Yeah, you guys want to do the Carabao Cup thing. We're looking for the big prize. You get me? The Champions League.
Time will tell.
Look,
Time will tell.
Man, we've just finished watching the Man City game, and for me, Enz, you talk about lazy. And there's a thin line between lazy and factual stuff. I try not to do the bait stuff and say it's going to be you know what JP did. He doesn't think Arsenal's in it. You know, he's doing that reverse juju. This guy, I don't even listen to him. This guy said to me that Ivory Coast was going to come out in the group stages, and now he's shaking his bum violently as they're in the semi-finals of the AFCON. So I'm not believing anything that comes out of JP's mouth. But it's the way, for me, the season's just looking weird. Everything just feels weird. I don't know why. Even though the ever-presence, the Liverpools, the Arsenals, the Man Cities are up there still doing their thing. The truth of the matter is, when you look at the points between 5th and 1st, it's actually quite condensed. It's really closer than what people give. I mean, you've been setting this big like that. I mean, you corrected me and said the difference between Spurs and Liverpool, 7 points. That's not a lot. I remember seasons ago where Man City was 14 points, 15 points at this stage behind, and they were still able to kind of win the league. So I guess my question is, Foden was cooking tonight, and maybe is it that simple? I guess is my question. Is it that kind of, is it going to be Liverpool, Man City? I don't know. I'm not convinced by that.
Do you know what it is? I feel like all the teams have to play each other again. Obviously, Liverpool don't have to play Arsenal again, but we both have to play Manchester City. We both have to play Spurs. We both have to play Villa. So those are going to be the games. And if you can take points off of each other there, then you expand the lead. And then if they slip up along the way, then it will open up. We're 23 games into the season so far. And between us and say, let's use Spurs for an example, there's only 7 points. So there's not a lot of games left, but there is a lot of games left. There's a lot of points to be fought for. There's going to be injuries. There's going to be points drop. There's going to be dipping forms. It's just about you trying to take care of every game as you go along. Like I said, Villa's next 2 games are whether you feel your team can beat them or not. It's still Man United, still Chelsea. On the day, a sending off could swing the tie in a different way. Liverpool's next 2 games, you'd say ideally should win it, but as we said, there's no given in the Prem. But
who's
I'm
your next 2
confident in the way that we've been playing. It's Brentford and Burnley. So Burnley first, then Brentford, and then I think we have Luton, and then we got the final. So if you look at our next 3 games on paper, and football's not played on paper, I know this, we should be winning those games, and then it's just about what does the other teams in and around us do. Are they going to win their games? Because if, say, Villa lose their next 2 games and we win our next 2 games, the gap opens up again. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be easy. I still think, obviously, Arsenal and Man City and Liverpool are going to be the ones fighting for it because they have the know-how. I would say less so Arsenal because they've only been in this situation once in the last 20 years, I think, since they've last won the title. So we've been toe-to-toe with Man City for the numerous years now. We understand what it takes because we've pipped them once, but it's tough. And Man City at the moment, they've got 1 game in hand. They win that, they go top of the table. Then it becomes one of those things, bro. They have no injuries. Haaland's back. KDB's back. Rodri's playing good. Defense is fine. Stones is back. They're going to be a team that potentially don't lose any games. So now it comes down to, can Arsenal beat them again? Can Liverpool beat them? And if we don't do that, because I expect them to smoke most of the teams they play.
Fair. DT, before you leave, I just want you to hear JP's assessment on the same question before you leave. Then you throw yours because I know you got to go, and then we'll answer here today's question, which I think is a really good question. But JP, what are you saying? Man City, are they looking like the real deal, or should we just hold tight a little bit?
Man City is going to win the Premier League, bro. And it's as simple as that, mate. And it's so nice. I know Liverpool have had the rivalry with Man City for the last 7-8 years, but just look at the titles. 1 to God knows how many Man City have, innit? That's 3 in a row. I feel like they just have the best squad, bro. And that's the fact. And tonight, for example, Phil Foden scores a hat-trick, right? Yeah. So he's a player that's getting better every single season. And he's showing mentality, because I've always rated him, but I've always said, don't give me vibe of I want to be the best player for Man City. Yeah. Too comfy behind, KDB, Haaland. But I feel like this season, maybe with the injury, because I saw that with when Neymar was injured at PSG, I think in the third season, I saw an Mbappe that was like, obviously carry that team and then keep that same mindset. So I feel like Foden, we might see that, innit? And obviously they've got Haaland back, Kevin De Bruyne is back, who got an assist today. I just think their team is just, and they still have, to me, the best manager in the world, man. Like Liverpool, we know Klopp's leaving. He's leaving at the end of the season. That might motivate the players, or it might discourage the players at the end of the day. So we don't know, innit? But I do think Liverpool will keep fighting because they have that spirit. They'll keep fighting to the end. And with Arsenal, we ain't signed no one in January, bro. Like, so I'm expecting the same thing. One injury to Saliba or one injury to Declan Rice, and I think we're good enough to beat most teams, but to go for a title race, I think we'll finish. The best case scenario, we might finish second, but I think it's Man City's, and I think Liverpool will stay close to Liverpool, but I think City's gonna win it, man. But yeah, it's my opinion still.
No, that's fair. That's fair. No, you know what? And I like how you kind of dropped that. It was kind of like a balanced view, and the way you dropped it actually does make sense. You know, when you're looking at it, City is a crazy team. They've got two teams. Look, DT, before you go, quick two questions for you. Answering that question that we've just been chatting about, and then Ravi's thrown a question. Are you, man, legit? Can you, man, sustain this? Or are you doing like a bit like... I can't even say a bit like Arsenal last season. Last season, I thought Arsenal was Leicester in disguise. But this year, they proved that. Yeah, I thought you guys were Leicester in disguise. And to be honest, if you guys finished fifth, then that means last season you were doing a Leicester. That's the truth. Because you're not home and dry yet, my brother.
But bro, like I just thought we're 2 points off, bro. We're 2 points off Liverpool. So why are you using the same analogy?
Because there's five of us. There's five of us in there, bro. And the truth is, if you don't finish at least third, then last season was a fairy tale.
Bro, how can Spurs fan tell us anything about fairy tale?
What are you talking about? Because we're right on your batty. That's why.
Nah, pause, man. You're not, bro. Still.
We're right on your batty, bro.
Nah, pause. You're not, bro. You're not. Right now, you're behind Villa.
Every question he says, bro, he adds Tottenham into the mix. Every question a man asks, us. Like, we and us don't exist in the same, bro. Us proper, bro. You man are fifth, bro. Just, you know what I mean. Just enjoy where you
relax, bro. We're 7 points off you, man, bro. You man will hit 4 defeats, 4 L's this season. Liverpool,
we're on 2 so far.
Will have 4 L's if not 5. But look, DT, because DT's got to go.
Yeah.
Is the real deal? Can you sustain this in the future?
So I think a factor that no one's actually mentioned at the moment is Europe. So I think considering the fact that actually all of us, I think, bar Tottenham, are actually in Europe. So that's going to play a big factor in all of us are in Europe, you know. That's where Tottenham want to be, but at the moment, I think that could play a massive factor into the way that the rest of this league goes. Because, you know, if Arsenal go deep in the Champions League, is Arteta going to go, you know what, is it the league or Champions League? Maybe Arsenal fans want Champions League, you know. Yes, Liverpool might be in the the UEFA Cup or whatever it's called, you know.
Hey,
maybe
Klopp's gonna
Huh?
Put some respect on it, bro. Whatever it's called.
Maybe Klopp's gonna say he wants. Maybe Klopp's gonna say he wants a cup more than he wants the league. You know, if Man City start pairing, Man City is the only team that have been able to do it on all fronts. So if realistically you're looking at it, Man City's got the strongest squad to be able to compete on all fronts and has got the know-how to do it. For Villa, I think we're in unknown territory because we haven't been in Europe for a while. Emery loves his cups, and I think from a perspective from a supporter, I think we would love to, if a drop off to fifth and we won a cup, I think I would take it. Do you get what I mean? So I think
don't lie. You would take a drop off to 10th and win a cup. You would take a drop off to
possibly,
10th,
but I can't see that. But realistically, I can't see that happening. So
can I add to your point quickly, bro? Can I add to your point? You said Man City's got the strongest squad to compete on all fronts. Up to this point, Liverpool have competed on all fronts.
True.
So I'm just trying to understand why you feel like we're in one final, Man City are not.
Exactly.
So we're getting to
We're
that
still in the
squeaky
FA
bum
Cup.
time,
We're
aren't
still
we,
in
though?
Europe in the 16th, and we're top of the Premier League. So
Correct.
I just didn't like that comment about they got us. Sorry, go ahead. Apologies. I
It's
didn't
that
mean
long.
to interrupt. I just didn't like
No,
that
no, no.
comment.
It's all good. It's that longevity point. So in terms of they've been there and done it, I think when it comes to putting their priorities where it's supposed to be,
Mm.
maybe with Klopp, leaving, he might be like, you know what, guys, don't know about this. Don't know about this whole league situation. Let's go for that cup. I could be wrong, but that's just my perspective. In terms of Villa, it's just a case of where Emery wants to put all of his energy, because we're still in the FA Cup. We've got Chelsea on Wednesday. If we go deep in that, we could get Leeds next round. So it starts to become a case of can this team sustain its position? Can Ollie Watkins keep going in week after week without arrest, banging in those goals? Can Douglas do it? We saw Emery already starting to think about those things. He took Douglas Luiz off after 45 minutes. So if we're not able to put out our full team for the full 90 every game, there could be a bit of a drop off. So time will tell. Time will tell. Not a lot. I think a lot of clubs are worried about financial fair play, so they haven't gone and spent big money. So we'll have to see what teams are doing, and if we can avoid injuries, that will be the team that wins it. We'll see what happens when Salah comes back, but yeah, that's where we are.
See what happens when Son comes back.
Yeah, I mean,
No, real talk.
Tottenham are the only
Yeah.
team. Like I said, not trying to throw shade. Tottenham are the only team not in Europe. So you man have only got the league to go for. I don't even think you guys in the FA Cup.
Exactly.
I
That was
don't
a
think you guys
question.
in the
We
FA
don't
Cup.
was a
care about
question.
that, Dusty. We don't care
That was
about
a question,
We
bro.
don't care about that Dusty competition.
So
Man
so
said
don't care about them
exactly
dusty
from the question.
competitions. I don't care. I don't care
Tottenham's
about them
eggs all
dusty
in one basket.
competitions.
So I think we've just got to be slightly wary of the fact that Tottenham have only got one game a week to kind of worry about. So that's why
Exactly.
I'm not ruling out Tottenham making a late surge for maybe that fourth position. I don't think they're going to go any higher than that.
Nah,
But
Can you change that?
time will tell. Time will tell.
You know what? Can I just say that was very disrespectful about late surge for fourth? Are you mad? Are you crazy? About
Man said
late
it's so
surge for
casual.
fourth. You mean late surge for the win? We're
You
guaranteed
got-
top four. You know what? DT, I don't know if you want to stay to answer this question or not, but I'm gonna throw this to JP first. Obviously, I think it's obvious. I've been saying it all season.
Okay.
Last year, the last few seasons, we've got used to seeing the 90s in it. Liverpool, Man City won the league with 98 points. Liverpool had 97. What a shame. I mean, any other season you win the league. How many points? I don't think 80 points. I can see it being low, maybe 82, 83, 84. But JP, how many points do you think it's going to take to win the league this year? Because for me personally, Man City still got another 2 defeats in there. Liverpool got at least another 2-3 defeats in there. Aston Villa's got at least another 5 in there. To get me, Tottenham's got a couple more in there.
Yeah, but going by your
It
logic,
could be the lowest.
then it will still finish. It will still be Man City, Liverpool. If we're going by the amount of defeats you're predicting,
Even by that logic, but in terms of points wise, what are we looking at?
Oh, you think it's going to be lower?
It's going to be that many points. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends, isn't it? Like I said, it depends. When I look at the teams, like I said, our squad's a bit fragile. Arsenal, I'm talking about. Man City has a good squad, and Liverpool as well. They've got a lot of attacking threat, but we've seen defensively they can be shaky. And like I said, we're all playing in Europe, bar Spurs, but it makes no difference with Spurs anyways because you're not competing for anything. But I don't know. I think it will be probably the points will probably be lower than usual season still. But then I don't know because Man City look quite good. Like, I was watching the game, innit? Even though they were 1-0 down to Brentford, bro, they were pumping Brentford, bro. They had a hell of chances. So they look good again. They look like they're back. Almost back to their best. So I think Man City still might get 87, 86 points. It might be enough.
I think it'd be lower than that. I think it'd be
Is it?
fair. Ends, I think it'd be lower than that. Ends, what are you saying to that question before we bring in Montz? Montz, welcome, by the way.
No, I think you're right, man. I feel like everyone's going to take points off of each other. It's not going to, but it all depends. It all depends on what City's on. If City's on this, we're going to win the next 15 games, then it's a long day, and everyone's going to have to try and keep up, which means we should try and win more games of football. But yeah, I think it's going to be a low. I don't know if it's going to, it might be like low 80s, mid 80s to win this title. But we just have to wait and see, man. As I said, everyone has to play each other again, man. Arsenal have to play City. We have to play City. Everyone has to play Villa. Everyone has to play Spurs. Yeah, it should be an interesting race, man.
Before I bring in Montz, can we all agree, though, that if everyone had their best 11, there is no clear winner?
It's Man City, man.
I think Tottenham's first 11 can take Man City out.
The same 11 that your best player. Who's your best player? Son, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what was he won at Spurs?
What do you mean? And we're talking about a game. We're not
Simple
talking
question.
about trophies. We're talking about a game. A game of
Yeah, boy. I'm saying it's the same player that's represented your club for God knows how long. He had Harry Kane with him, bro. He didn't win nothing. So, yeah. If you're going best 11 on paper, I still go Man City. Man.
Aston Villa beat Man City with their best 11. I'm just saying
like
that
you said, it's tight.
All you so-called big teams are shaking your bum violently for Man City, but I'm not shaking my bum for them.
I'm not, bro. I'm waiting for Pep to leave, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a joke at this point, man. But I just think we have the best. If you look at individually, like, okay, Liverpool might have the best keeper in the league, but City do have a decent keeper who suits their system, you know. And you talk about, they've got a goal scoring machine. They've got Alvarez, Foden. We've got bloody Doku, like a scary winger that can go 1v1 against any defender. They have too much, man. Like, if I'm being real, they have too much.
JP's pumping his chest tonight for Man
Bro,
City.
I'm not, bro. It's annoying. That's what I'm saying. And I'm staying humble. You know what I mean? I'm not talking much about Arsenal. I told you what it is. We are not competing for the title, bro. I've said it.
I don't want to hear that reverse judge on this show. I don't want to hear any of that judge. So I'm just giving it to you. Montz, look, you've just joined us. So just quickly, because obviously Enz has been trying to defend the debacle of what we saw yesterday. JP was shaking his bum. Arsenal done something. Villa have actually come with a lot of chess. But quickly, 2 minutes. Just explain to us what that was, because to be honest with you, I had you, man. Look, some of my bedrooms lost their accumulators because of that dusty performance. Everyone had Liverpool to win. For me, I could have sold my yard, my vehicle. You get me? My youngest, all of them guaranteed on that win. And I'm disappointed, bro. I don't even know what to say. I'm bitterly disappointed. I know you are. I know you're feeling it. I don't think the wheels have fallen off. But please, just explain that, because I'm not. Yeah, man. Just do your thing, man. Because I'm bitterly upset, to be honest.
Just a bummy performance. We never got going. It's kind of damn. As I said, as a Liverpool fan, the way I feel. You have to give credit to Arteta. We played bad, but I feel like we played bad because Arsenal made us play bad. You know, it's cool to play against the Chelseas and the Bournemouths and the Norwiches without your Salahs and Trents. But when you really play, when you pull up to the big boys, gaff, and yeah, we knocked them out the cup, but they didn't take their chances. It is what it is. When you pull up to a big boy gaff, like Lane, EpII, you know what I'm saying? Even Old Trafford, you could say when United were a little bit better than they are now. You know what I'm saying? Emirates and whatnot. You're still going to need your salads, because there's going to be times where Arsenal are going to be swinging the ball left to right. There's going to be times that the EpII or City are swinging the ball left to right. And you man already know, Trent to Salah, goal. You fuck up, Trent to Salah, goal. And it makes other teams wary of that. You know what I'm saying? There's no spark. There's no spark out of nowhere, that brilliance, that X factor in Liverpool if you don't have Trent, Salah, and I'll still put Thiago in there in terms of X factor in it. If you're talking something from a pass or a shot out of nothing, those are the three guys that are going to do it. Yeah. And Thiago is just back from injury, so I won't put him in that category. Obviously, Salah's injured. And Trent, for me, taken off in 52 minutes. I didn't really see why that was done. If it was precautionary reasons, fair enough. But when he took Trent off, it confused me because it was 1-1. And like it or not, from the 45th minute until the goal, we were the better team. For the rest of the game, Arsenal, they barebacked us in it. They smoked us in it. Pause. They smoked us in it. We got smoked. We got ran out of in it. But for that 20-minute period in the second half, anyone who watched that game could see, I can kind of see a Liverpool goal. I can see Liverpool scoring if it carries on that goal. And then one long ball over the top, and Tweedledee and Tweedledum, gum no dum wanted to just let the ball bounce and do some stupidness. And let's be honest, when Martinelli scored, my fear again, you've taken Trent off. My thing is now I'm thinking, shit, if we concede against the run of play, where's the goal coming from? Where's the goal coming from? If Trent is not on the pitch, where's the goal coming from? I don't see it happening. You know what I'm saying? The way Arsenal were playing. And that goal, it galvanized this team again. Arsenal started popping the ball again like they did in the first half. And we never really looked like scoring after that, let's be honest. After that second goal went in, and we ended up losing 3-1. So, again, it's credit to Arsenal. I'm burning because we could have made that mistake in any other game and come back and won. Burnley can make that mistake. We're probably going to go win the game. We'll win the game later on. You know what I'm saying? We're going 1-0 down for Liverpool is nothing new this season. Nothing new. We go 1-0 down almost every game. I don't really. City, same kind of thing. Going 1-0 down for them ain't nothing new. I know when we went 1-0 down, none of you man got out your seat. You guys probably like, Liverpool. You'll probably score before half time. Even though we're playing as shit as we were, somehow we will score a goal because that's what we do. But again, I feel like it's more painful because we gave them the goal in it. That's where the pain comes from. Yeah. First goal was very well worked, even though it was a rebound. The first goal was very well worked from them, but giving them the goal makes it generally gave me Gerrard slip vibes. It generally gave me Sane January 2019 vibes. It gave me at the lane when we drew against Tottenham. That's the feeling I got. Yeah, the 1-1 draw when you needed a win. It gave me obviously it's not the same feeling, but it gave me that sort of not penultimate game, but massive game, big stage. We're at a disadvantage and you fuck up. The worst that can happen is you don't fuck up and you leave with a draw. I'll be hot as a fan because of my expectations are astronomical for my club. But at the same time, I'm not gonna slander them. I'm not gonna slander them and them. Like I'm gonna say this person out, that person out. Fair enough, we walked away with a draw. I would have preferred to win. We will move on to the next game. Now we've just given ourselves work to do. And there's no evidence of us doing better than Man City over a 15-game stretch in the business end of the season. There's no evidence of that. In fact, we're not better than the team that have lost to Man City in previous seasons. The only silver lining about it all is that I watched today's game and City are queffable. They are queffable. Yeah? The opportunities that Morpie, Jensen, Tony.
That's why I'm not shaking my bum for them. Not like JP. JP's shameless.
Bro, every team is looking like that.
Bro, their defense. I was about to say something mad, but I care about Deji's channel and his monetization, so I won't say it. Innit? But their defense be shaking, innit? It's shaking and it's quivering. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at that. I'm thinking, Anfield, I'm ready to butt them with my full squad. I'm ready for that. Them man still got to go.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You know
Arsenal still got to play them. So we just got to take it one game at a time, and it's as simple as that. The only thing I'll say is, as a fan, like I've been called quite negative. I'm often criticized on my opinions on Darwin Núñez very often. I'm often criticized on how, I'm not positive enough as a fan. So, but when I stick my chest out and said we're going to smack them, we're going to score 4 goals, and I stick my chest out and I put my neck on the line, now the same Liverpool fans that crucify me are now in my comments telling me, next time be humble. I'm here for this Montz cooking because you weren't humble. I'm sorry. You're the ones you told me to have some chest. When I tell you guys, we're the most convincing out of an unconvincing bunch, they go, how can you say that? We got the most goals, the least conceded. What? Like, what's your again? Damned if I do, damned if I don't. So, end of the day, now you just take it again that time.
It's the beautiful thing about YouTube, man.
Yeah. The beautiful thing. The one thing I will say, and you gave me some nuggets. You gave me some things to kind of articulate, Montz, that I wasn't able to kind of articulate. People are cooking me about Tottenham Hotspur. The truth is, we didn't have our real G's on the pitch. We didn't have our Basuma. We didn't have our Son. If them man were on the pitch, what we saw on the weekend doesn't happen. So before people start telling me Tottenham aren't involved, all of this malarkey, this and that, Son's going to be back by next week, and Basuma's back in our next game. Then if we start dropping points, then come to me and cook me in it. But like you, if you have your 3 duns on the pitch, you know what time it is. When we have our duns on the pitch, you know what time it is. Even City know what time it is. And I think that's what I was trying to that's what I was trying to articulate before months came. I see the weakness in Man City, you know. I'm not JP, man. I'm not.
I didn't. No.
Gracefully, I can see
they have weaknesses. So does every top team, bro. Liverpool, look at the mistakes, bro. Look at the howlers, bro. Like against, although we beat them, we were the better team, but like you mentioned, the goals was shocking, bro. It's not the first time as well. Arsenal, generally, our defense does do all right, but we've been cooked as well. Like we've made mistakes. Zinchenko, our left back. Gabriel's rash sometimes. Like, who's the other team? And Man City as well. Defense is not good. But I said
it's worse than Liverpool and Arsenal's.
Yeah, but they have a much better team though. Still,
bro, the Premier League table doesn't lie. It doesn't lie. We can talk about on paper. Liverpool ain't supposed to be here on paper, but we're here.
Why are you not meant to be there on paper?
I'm sorry.
Self-explanatory.
I'm pretty sure no one had us challenging for the season for the league at the start of the season.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure last season no one had Arsenal challenging Man City for the Prem either.
Yeah, but exactly. But that's my point. Like my point exactly is objectives change. Everyone had Liverpool 3rd, 4th, and 5th in and around the 3rd, 4th, and 5th mark this season. So on paper, we're not supposed to be here, but we are. City on paper are not supposed to be 3rd. But they are. I think they're 2nd now because they've just won. I don't know. If
they win their game in hand. They go back to 1st.
Yeah, again, 1 point gap don't phase me. That don't.
Of course, it's not going to phase you. You're speaking from a passionate point, but
not passionate. Look, bro, they have to come to Anfield. They don't win at Anfield. They don't win there. Arsenal have shown that they can now beat Liverpool and Man City. Liverpool, they still have to go. Man City have to go and play Arsenal. Fair enough, it's at that Etihad, but you man still got to play each other. So someone's dropping points in a 3-horse race. Someone is dropping.
Someone has to drop points. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You both man have to go lane with all their players.
Oh, come on, man. Bro said lane. No.
They done you up at the Emirates. So I don't want to hear that.
Nah, man. They done us up and did what?
What do you mean, bro? When I say done you up, they didn't beat you lot, but you man rocked up there at the Emirates at a game where you went year in, year out. Emirates, NLD.
Yeah, but there's context in football, bro. Like, let's not act like bro went playing party as an inverted right back, forcing the whole Havertz. Yeah, of course, the team needs to gel, bro.
Fault, though. That's not Tottenham's fault.
Nah, I'm not saying it's their fault, but I'm saying there's context, bro. It's not like.
So what you've just done is you're using context for Arsenal, but you're not using context for Tottenham. You've just said Arteta was playing inverted right back Partey. A, that's the manager's fault. B, you lot had a strong enough team to go and beat Tottenham. C, now let's use Tottenham's context. Manager had only been there for about 7-8 games. The same team he inherited from a team that finished 9th or 8th.
Yeah.
And then came into a bunch of players after selling Kane and not recuperating the money that should have been done and spending on duds like Solomon and Brennan Johnson. Still rocked up to the Emirates and outplayed you with the team.
Yeah, but what's this outplaying? Outplayed us and drew, bro.
Exactly.
Like, what are you praising draws for?
Huh? I'm not praising the draw. What I'm trying to say is that you lot can't look at that game at the Lane. You lot don't beat a shit Tottenham side at the Lane. So what makes you think you're gonna go rock up to the Lane?
Bro, it's football. Anything can happen, my guy. But anything can happen, bro. And what's this thing about Spurs? Like, this is what I don't understand. This season, yeah, Spurs were top of the league at the beginning. They had manager of the month, back-to-back months, player of the months, back-to-back months. Now they're 5th. Yeah, and man are still trying to praise Spurs, bro. I don't get this Spurs love people want to give them, bro. I don't get it.
I'm not giving them praise. I'm saying go in lane, long day. It's like going Villa Park. No one wants to go Villa Park.
Yeah, Villa Park, I agree.
How are we praising Villa Park and not acting at the lane in a hard place to go? Same as Emirates. No one's trying to go Emirates. Let's be honest.
I mean, it's just
your hate for Tottenham.
Same thing.
Bro, I'm just saying, bro.
But I'll give you man credit. Emirates is not the place you really want to go. But same when Tottenham have their full 11, you do not want to go to the lane, bro. You don't, because they didn't, bro. When they had their 11,
based off this season, yeah, is that what you're saying? Based off this season.
Based off this season, because I can't base off of previous seasons. They got a new manager, bro. They got a new manager. Bro, why am I going to base off previous seasons? They got a new manager, new style, new players. And what have we seen from the new manager, new style, and new players? That they can compete with the top teams. So, and City again, City. Arsenal,
I see them behind Villa, bro. I see them standing fifth, bro.
I'm not talking about Spurs and where they finish. I'm talking about when Arsenal Football Club go to the lane and when Manchester City go to the lane, it is going to be a very, again, turbulence. I'm telling man, when Maddison gets on the half turn, turbulence. The reform Richarlison's in.
Nah. Deji, you got my man turned into a Spurs fan, bro. I don't know what.
Bro, he's just objective.
No, it's not even about being objective. I just don't get this. Like,
Endzman agrees with me.
Nah, like I said, I praised you when I came on your thing, like when you lot were like thriving, bro. I said it, innit? You lot look good this season, but then I'm just looking at your form. You leak goals, bro. Like, you're not this scary. He's making it sound like you man are like Real Madrid on drugs, bro. Like at the lane.
I didn't say that. I said that we're not talking about you rocking up and getting rolled over. Arsenal. You man rarely roll either one gets rolled over because it's an NLD. It's always a tough battle. It can go either way. My point is that when you want to win this league, you've got to be nigh on perfect when we're coming up against Man City. So you see those draws, yeah, you'll feel that one. Pause. You see the draws. You see when man are winning 15 games in a row and there's one draw in there,
long.
That's gonna cast you. So you rock up to the lane and you draw that game, it's gonna take an effect. You know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden I'm back in the driving seat. Swings and roundabouts. So when I say the lane, I'm not talking about Tottenham rolling no one over, even though that can happen. I'm talking about Man City can go there and draw. Man City didn't even.
Yeah, but I genuinely feel like that about every team in the league. Like right now, I feel like that's how I feel, bro. And playing away.
That's disingenuous to Spurs at home, bro. That's disingenuous.
Nah, bro. I don't, like I said,
anyone that's got to go Emirates, don't think you're rolling over no Arsenal team.
No, of course not. But it don't lie, innit?
Obviously, to be fair,
stats don't lie.
No. You can't say it don't lie because West Ham rocked up to your stadium and rolled you over.
It can happen. But how many teams have done that?
Bro, not a lot of teams. Same with Spurs.
That's my
Have rolled over Spurs this season at the lane.
Yeah, I'm not denying it, but I'm just saying it's like, bro, the way man said long day, it's like, bro, it's not. We don't know, bro. We don't know.
Can I just remind you though, real quick? When Tottenham had their best 11, we didn't lose one game.
8 wins, 2 draws.
We didn't lose one game,
bro.
That's all he's saying.
All I'm hearing is this.
And
yes,
Richarlison wasn't cooking then. Richarlison's cooking now.
See, that's what I'm saying. You got Richarlison cooking. Like, do we expect him to do that? You're saying when Son comes back as well, is he gonna still play the way? Like, we'll see it.
Yeah, nah, Son will just go back to normal, bro. He'll just cook, man. He'll just cook. He'll carry on doing what he was doing.
I think I stood by Richarlison all season and I said he's gonna cook. He's gonna do better than Jesus. He's gonna do better than your English.
Nah, you weren't saying that last time I wasn't there, bro. You weren't saying that.
No,
bro.
I did, bro. I did. There's receipts, and I even said that he would hit double figures. I said to even Tottenham fans were trolling, man, and I said, look, don't be surprised if Richarlison hits 15 goals. And I even said to them, if Richarlison hits 15 goals, then what? Because that's a good return. My man's already on 10 goals this season. It's safe to say he's going to have 15 goals this season. Safe to say.
Richarlison hits 15 and you still don't get in the top 4. It's a disgrace.
Bro, but this is not about top 4, you know. This, for me, is a disrespect you coming on this show.
Van Persie used to back 30. Tottenham will get come forth with Van Persie. You man used to come forth with Van Persie.
We used to do what?
Come forth
Come
with
forward
Van
with Van
Persie.
Persie in the
You
team.
said it's a situation. Richarlison.
Is what is man actually trying to put like what's his name Richarlison in the same conversation as Van Persie? Like it's
No, that's not what I said. You said it's a disgrace if Richarlison bags 15 goals and Spurs finish 4th, or sorry, outside the top 4.
yeah.
But you man did the 4th place thing consistently with a world class Van Persie.
Did we finish?
goals.
That's it. Did we finish outside the top 4?
No, but bro, you can have like, bro. How many strikers have we seen have a mad season and the team don't thrive? Like,
Nah, but that's the thing, though. But we're talking about a Donny with 0 goals last season, bro. Like, so it's almost like a miracle. If Richarlison can be that good for Spurs this season, and you still can't get top 4, my guy, there's an issue, bro.
No, I wouldn't say. I would say there's a slight issue, but Spurs. Harry Kane got like 27 GA plus last season, and Spurs finished 7th.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't. It's Spurs.
Points man avoid. It's points man avoid.
No, but we're talking about Richarlison, bro. You're not really deep in it.
But Richarlison is all right. Like he's all right.
If you can get Richarlison to bang those goals and he's shit, yeah, then you have
any of your strikers.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, bro.
He is not.
Come on, man.
Richarlison is better than any of
Come
your
on, bro.
strikers.
Come on, bro.
Tottenham finished 4th or 5th. I don't really care, to be honest. My overall point is literally, bro, is that it might seem like Liverpool in the mud now, but you got to go lane. City got to go lane. You man got to play each other at the Etihad.
I can't wait.
I didn't say who said Liverpool was in the mud though.
No. I'm not saying you said that. I'm saying that like if we're looking at the table right now, I think it's a 3-horse race. City obviously 1 point.
It's not a 3-horse race.
City should.
It's not.
It's a 2-horse race.
I think after that draw,
It's a 5-horse race.
It's a 2-horse race, man.
Montz,
Why
you
do
know
you
what?
keep trying to add
Montz, I hear
Tottenham
you.
to this
And
though, Dej, bro?
everything you said
After
so
the
far.
after the draw, I can't co-sign Tottenham being there anymore.
You know what it is? I hear what you're saying, and even me, you know, I was disappointed in the draw, but the truth of the matter is, bro, we closed the gap on you. You guys were 8 points ahead of us before the weekend's game. It's now been cut to 7. There's no way that you can say that this is a 2 or 3-horse race. Right now, there's 5 of us.
Oh
And also,
God.
based on what I can tell you now with chest, based on what you said, and I think you made a very fair assessment. I can't wait to play Arsenal, bro. I really can't wait to play Arsenal. Right now, I can tell you, if you come to our gap, JP, you man are getting worked to the bone. Yeah,
Okay.
remember the game.
When is
You're
that
getting
game?
worked. The only game that I'm not confident about is going to Anfield and getting a point. I don't think we can do that. But Man City coming to Spurs. Remember, we only lost in the FA Cup. Who gives a damn about the FA Cup? Not me.
You should give a damn about the FA Cup though.
In the league, Man City still haven't scored in our ground in the league.
Do you know how crazy it is though? In April,
Yeah.
you got Newcastle away, Man City at home,
Yeah.
Tottenham at home, and then Liverpool away.
Bruv.
That's your back-to-back games.
No.
Bro, it's better to have loved and lost than to not have loved at all, bro. I'll keep dropping that Shakespearean lyric.
I just put the spotlight away from Tottenham for now, and I look at the last 5 fixtures, of everyone in the Premier League, and a lot of when man have to go lane last 5 fixtures, and it's not even
Donny in the lane, blood.
bro. I'm telling,
Fucking hell, bro.
bro, like I'm saying this, and I'm not saying it now. I feel like if you go lane now, I reckon you can get something. If you man play Tottenham now, I reckon Arsenal win. But when Son's back, when Basuma's back, and these men are playing, and man don't have to skip on Højbjerg in their pivot and that. When Skip on Højbjerg don't have to play, bro.
Yes, thank you.
Bro, Basuma's coming back with like he's coming back the press. He's shotting down for the season, man. Basuma's shotting down.
What's the other guy you got, Deji, in there as well? You got another midfielder that's missing as well.
Pape Sarr.
Pape Sarr, yeah, he's cold.
Yeah.
He's back. He's cold.
Benton Core.
Yeah,
Played in the last game, didn't he?
Yeah, man, it's long. What up there? What up there? I really do, and partly because Richarlison is cooking. But look, guys, because we're running over time now. Based on the weekend's games, because Montz, you kind of alluded to it. You're saying it's a free. Are you saying it's a 2-horse race or a 3-horse race now?
It's a free horse race. Arsenal were there.
Free horse
Anyone,
race.
Arsenal were there, man. Anyone that says Arsenal ain't there,
We're not, bro. We're not.
Look at him.
why
We're
would
not.
Arsenal not be there?
I said it. I said it. I told you, and I'll say it one last time. Yeah.
Go on.
I know my team, right? We ain't signed no one in January. The moment one guy is injured, whether it be Saliba or Rice, or I don't know, Saka or Martinelli, I don't know. The moment we get one big injury with one of our starting players, it's back to square one, bro. I know this team, fam. And until I see we're in March and the points are,
What is it going to take for you to believe that Arsenal?
That's what I said. By the time when we get to the last 5 games of the Prem, and I've seen there's no injuries and the teams are still looking quite tight, then I will tell you it's a free horse race. Until then, I know this team, bro. I know this team, fam. The moment one guy gets injured, it's a shutdown still. That's the problem. And we signed nobody, bro. We signed no one in January, and we know that's an issue, fam. Obviously, we played well against Liverpool, but I know Arsenal. Then we might go play another team and struggle, fam.
You got Burnley and West Ham coming up.
Teams we should be, teams we should. But I know lack of concentration sometimes. Like I said, I'm confident that we will finish third. The team, I'm not afraid of the teams behind us. Yeah, but I do think the 2 teams above us slightly have a bit more. That's what I think. Innit? At this moment in time. I'm not saying I think Liverpool is better than us, but I do think they're more capable of chasing Man City to the end than us. I do see us either running out of steam or getting an injury or something. Like I said, I'm praying to God we don't get the injuries. But if there's no injuries and it's like this, then I think we are in the race. But bro, I know this, man. Every year it's the same shit, bro.
All right, calm. Fair. Ends. What are you saying? How many teams are involved?
It's 3, man. I'm not listening. Do you know how crazy it is? Because Arsenal fans, I'm not gonna add you to the list, but with the Arsenal fan base, bro, it's like 1 week they're in the title race, the next week they draw, they lose, they're out of it. The following week they're back again. It's like they're so confused on where their team is at. I'm like, you're 2 points off the top of the table. Of course you're in a title race. You not to think that is madness, bro. But I'm not gonna add you to the list. I've only met you today, so I'll leave you at the list, and you look like you've been staying consistent with what you're saying. But bro, every minute they're not in it. Bro, before you won the 3 in a row, every one of your fan base was saying, "Now we're at the title race. We're not good enough." You win 3 in a row, all of a sudden you beat Liverpool. Now we're back in here. I'm like, you were never out of it. You was never out of the title race. It's always been there.
Bro, I said if we don't sign no one in January, I'm not in no title race.
We didn't sign no one. Man City didn't sign no one.
Yeah, but like I said, but Man City have a much better squad. Like I've been saying,
you have a good squad as well.
We've got a decent squad, bro. A decent squad. It's not a great squad. Who are we bringing off the bench?
Trossard.
Huh? Yeah, that's it. That's literally one replacement, bro. That's all we have. That's not good enough.
You're right, though, with the injuries. I think if you get any defensive injuries, any of your 2 centre-backs are injured, you man are finished.
We're done. And Jorginho was great against Liverpool, but this is not the same Jorginho he ain't doing that all the time. I'm not letting one game gas me, bro. That was a great game and I praised him for it, but I just look at it I don't think it's good enough, man. Partey, this guy's fake age is catching up on my man. What is this, bro? The season's almost done, fam.
Partey's 48 years old.
Where is this guy from? That's what I'm saying. And then when you look, even Tomiyasu's injured for time, Timber's gonna come back maybe in a month and a half. That's what I'm saying. One little injury, Saliba gets a little injury, or Declan Rice gets a little knock, we're already panicking, fam. And that's why I'm going off that, innit? I'm saying you can't live on that, bro, to think you're in a title race. Now
it'd be interesting to see if your spine gets injured, what would happen. So I'm talking about your Declan Rice, Saliba.
We're done. We'll be done, bro.
I'd love to see what happens.
Injured, it's a wrap. If Basmati gets injured, it's a wrap for Arsenal.
It's done, bro. If I'm being real.
Yeah, wraps. It is wraps.
It's a wrap. But can I just say this though? Just listening to Montz, listening to you guys, because we talk about contextualizing. We are going to wrap up now. If Tottenham have their full squad,
this guy.
I just need to hear this. Are you not just saying even with Tottenham's full squad, we're not involved?
No, because
How can you say
by
that?
the time you get your full squad, you could be too far away.
But Basuma's back now. The only person missing is
He's
Son.
back, but he's mentally not there, bro.
Okay,
What, did you see him? Did you see him?
Yeah,
You were on
man.
the coast?
I can't
Bro,
go
he's-
that one, but I feel like Spurs, for me, Spurs needed to win versus Everton. And like, I think Vicario has been the second best keeper in the league. But I've watched that goal a few times, the breakaway header. And if you actually look when the flick on happened, Vicario has actually stood behind his own goal line. Otherwise, I generally think if he's positioned properly, I think he punches the Romero flick on. I think he punches it clear. Ref blows the final whistle, and we're talking about Spurs being in a title race with Villa, or like we're talking about Spurs. Maybe not so in a title race, but we're talking about Spurs in a whole.
Yeah, they're there.
It's a whole. Yeah, they're there. They're defo there. Like as I said, one win against Arsenal at the Lane, or one win against City at the Lane, and we're having a different conversation. You know what I'm saying? Players are coming back all of a sudden in Sunshine Mountain over at Spurs again. But that was a big 2 points to drop. Just like the 3 points we dropped, massive. You think I would have walked out of the Emirates with a draw? Calm. I'm not Arsenal, bro. Thinking of celebrating draws. I've got Odegaard doing this. I've got Odegaard doing this to the crowd.
Bro said, bro, you lot, you lot, bro. Club always celebrates, bro. Like you lot taking a mic, and it's not a draw. We won. We didn't draw. We won.
Bro, let me land for a second. I don't mind managers celebrating. I didn't mention anything about Arteta running down the line, doing the same fist bumps that Klopp was doing. That's fine, bro. Big win, big 3 points. Do that. But when I'm seeing man are taking cameras or man are getting the cameras and doing all of that, bro, you have 3 Premier League assists.
So
you have three Premier League assists. Less assists than Gallagher and them, man.
And it don't change the fact that we're 2 points behind you with only 3 assists.
Bro,
like we're trying to draw a player.
No.
Like,
so maybe if you have more than 3 assists, maybe you'd be top high flying.
Bro.
Level and expectation.
Bro, that's cap, man. Maybe if Darwin went bloody hitting the post a million times, you get me. Then you guys,
I'm sure Darwin has more assists than Odegaard.
No, but we can start picking players that have more assists in our team than your other players. Like, it don't make sense.
No, I don't think none of your players have more assists than Darwin.
Bro, Connor Bradley's got 3 assists and he's played 2 games.
Yeah.
Don't act like, bro. That's not.
Yeah, but I don't get it. Is it because Odegaard's got 3 assists? He can't celebrate. The team captain can't celebrate.
Get in the changing room. There's again Kobe settings. There's work to do.
Nah, man. Yeah. You man. I don't know, man. I play football and there's no way. Every time I won, I celebrated, bro. I don't care.
No, I didn't say you can't. Again, I didn't say you can't celebrate. But you're going a step further. Like you're taking pictures of the crowd, and you yourself know you've had a shit season. So to have one good game, in a big game, and be taking photos of the crowd is. Bro, you might as well go back to when Liverpool were doing the away at West Brom away, bro.
Nah, man, I think you man are just salty, man. I can't lie. You man are just salty. We beat you, bro. That's all it is, bro. You're salty, fam.
No, do you know what it is? It's different standards.
Different standards with one Prem title. Are you alright? Man's talking about standards. Nah, bro. Why are you acting like you've been bossing the Prem? You ain't been bossing it, bro.
Can I just add something real quick?
You got one Premier League title, my guy. Let's not act
you can throw, listen,
about different standards, bro. Like you can't.
You can throw the one Premier League title, but am I happy with one Premier League title?
No, but don't talk about standards then. Don't talk about standards then.
But currently,
last season, you know where you finished last year. Like, let's not.
Bro, I can tell. Black don't crack. You were definitely 7 years old when you last saw a Premier League or a Champions League.
I weren't 7 actually. Like, ask for my age first, bro. I weren't 7.
How old are you?
I weren't 7, mate. Yeah, I'll let you do the maths. Yeah, I was born in 92. So I'll let you do the maths.
So you played into my hands. That makes it even worse. So you yourself have seen in 20 years, you've seen 4 FA Cups. Please, let's not talk about standards.
And how old are you?
I'm 27.
You're 27, right? And how many Prem titles have you seen?
I've seen 1 Prem title.
Well, there you go.
I'm not happy. I'm not cool with that.
Did I say I was cool with it? But don't bring the standard thing, bro. Like your club is Man City. You ain't been winning Prem and slapping up everyone, bro. Like you've been competing.
Can I just add, for one, we're the most decorated club in the country. So
come on, man.
No, you have to. And when Montz said about the standards and how the way we're not saying you can't celebrate, but there's a way you celebrate. You understand that's the victory. We take the points and we move on. I'm not saying you can't celebrate. I don't care. Arteta doing the fist pumps, it looked cringy as hell because he's just overdoing it. It doesn't look real. It looks fake. It looks fraudish. But that's fine. Do your thing. But you're the captain of the football club. You're in a title race. You should be like, boys, come on, let's just get off the pitch, celebrate the fans, and let's get off the pitch because we've got business to take care of.
Bro, this English, this British mindset is that's just British mindset, man. Like, honest to God.
You know what? Now it's like cool. Cool. You just said you're not in it. You said personally, in your opinion, you don't see Arsenal winning.
Yeah, we're not.
So Odegaard's there taking pictures of the crowd with a £10,000 lens camera, enjoying himself. For what? Yeah. 3 assists and come in second.
No, because he won. Because his team just won a game. Because his team just won a game, bro.
Is that the same?
And that's bro. And that's what I mean. I'm not talking about your standards. I'm talking about these standards. That's not.
Nah, I think you man are too. You're deep in too much, mate. Into things, man.
Would you say, for instance, say your next game against West Ham?
Yeah.
You know you should cook these, man. Are you then? You happy your team just doing the same celebration, the stupidity celebration, instead of just?
It's not. I don't care about the celebration because, honest to God, it's what happens on the pitch. After you win, after that, you do what the hell you want to do.
Do you know? I've seen two teams did that this season. One was Spurs. They started getting their kids out on the football pitch when they won the game. I didn't understand that. And then I saw Arsenal, and they were pretending like it was a party. I'm like, so is beating Liverpool more interesting than actually competing for a title, or is it just beating Liverpool is the title?
Listen, I think you don't have to understand as human beings, bro. I don't think Arsenal are celebrating like this every week. Like, you're moving like Odegaard's been doing this all season, bro. Sometimes it's a moment, bro. Like, it's a game, it's a tough game. Obviously, we're better, we won. You know, it's against a good side. Team that's top of the league. Maybe there was that pressure element in the head. We knew.
I promise you, Liverpool win that game and didn't celebrate like that. 100%.
Nah, that's cap, man. I've seen you, man, celebrate a million times, man. But I'm saying before that game, most people did not expect Arsenal to win that. Like, let's not even cap, right? And Arsenal were considered out of, like you said, a lot of the fans fall out of the title race. So, like I said, maybe that win, cutting it down to 2 points. At that moment, he felt happy. A lot of pressure was off his shoulder. He felt like he had a good game. I don't know why people deep too much things, bro. It's just a celebration, bro. Like, and it's not something that's consistently happened, bro. It's not.
You know what it is? We're trying to protect you guys because what would end up happening in, say, for instance, Liverpool in the next game, you guys lose to West Ham. So all that celebrating you guys were doing was for no damn reason. But we're just saying you can celebrate, but think about it, bro. Do this when it's 3 games left, and that win takes you close.
At least be top. At least go top.
Nah, you might not capping because if it was still top, you lot would be like, oh, that's cap, man. Like, at the point, I think you lot just trying to find something to discuss.
Every time someone beats Liverpool, they want to get the kids out, they want to take pictures, they want to sign autographs. I get it, but beating Liverpool is a big thing. I understand it. We're the most decorated club in the country, bro. So
come on, man. Like,
you guys are third. It's fine. It's all good.
Well, you know what? I think, there's things, obviously, I think that there's the emotional side of the game. It was a big game. I think a lot of that where nobody gave Arsenal a chance in hell. They managed to get the job done. They've done it well, to be honest. Liverpool were off. But also there are standards. I did think the Arteta thing was a little bit strange because what you don't want, and I guess that what Enz is trying to say in Montz is you don't want to get to the end of the season and you ain't done anything again. Then that whole fist bump just doesn't make no sense. At least do it when you know for certain. But, we'll see. I mean, this is what makes it all spicy because I know Klopp didn't like that. He didn't enjoy that one bit.
Obviously, you can tell it's a personal thing, bro. Like I say, as a man as well, he obviously is holding something against Klopp. You understand? For when they had a little issue, innit? So it was a little jab, man. Like, for me, I like that side of it. I don't know. You lot might find it cringe or whatever. I like that side of things.
Do you know what? It was good. It was good to do it. But here's the problem. We beat you the other day and knocked you out the FA Cup. I didn't see our fan base doing what you guys were doing.
Because it was the FA Cup.
It's still a competition, and we played you at the Emirates.
No, but it was the FA Cup. I'm being real. It's because it was. Yes, I'm downplaying it.
We don't win anything else.
You can't say, bro. You can't say we don't win anything else when we've had more prems than you, bro.
Bro, like when you man were winning prems, bro. How about this? There was youths have gone school, graduated, and that, and got graduate jobs.
And I was born in the same year the Premier League started, and you have one, bro. Don't chat about winning, bro. In the last whatever, saying people will go to school and that, bro. Like we can keep going back and forth for that.
I don't need to partake in trophy talk conversations with you because we are the most decorated club.
Bro, you weren't even born. You talk about a long time ago, Arsenal won something, but you weren't born for any of those. You know what I'm saying? When Liverpool was the biggest side in England, you weren't born.
So it's fine. So if an Arsenal fan's born tomorrow, they're not allowed to talk about Invincible.
No, but you're the one that's talking about, bro. You just try to downplay.
No. You're gonna tell your youths that when they're Arsenal fans, you're gonna tell.
No, I'm not gonna. No, it's nothing to do with that. My point is, don't be a hypocrite. Don't talk about Arsenal and won the Prem in so long, and then I'm reminding you you've only got one Prem title, bro. Don't be a hypocrite. Don't be a hypocrite, bro.
You know what I don't like about the Premier League conversation as well? We pretend that the league never existed before that. We get it.
No, of course.
So when you keep saying one, we haven't just won one league title, bro. We won one Prem when they've renamed it.
Yeah, I said Prem.
Credit due. That's fine. But we've won more league titles than you guys have ever won. We've won more European trophies than you ever won.
Bro, we know that.
You guys have more than us is the FA Cup. We've won more league title than you guys. This is why we're decorated. So when you keep mentioning one league title, that's
Premier League. I said Premier League. You have one Premier League title. I'm sorry, in 33.
In 92, bro.
Nah, man, in 32 years. I'm sorry, bro. In 32 years, one Prem is not good enough for a team that was that successful before the Premier League. That is.
You realize the amount of time a club has gone without winning a league title. Arsenal were the first in terms of the shortest time. So you guys
bro is creating. Man is creating things now that is irrelevant.
Listen, because I just sat there and listen to what I'm saying. In terms of the amount of years it's taken, like gaps between Premier Leagues, Arsenal are the best. They haven't gone longer than I believe it's 20 years between Premier Leagues or league titles. Liverpool are actually second with 30 years, and it's 45 and 50 for everyone else. For Man United, for Man City, for Chelsea, for all of them. And also, we can talk about, Premier League era, because everyone likes to pretend Premier League era. But let's keep it a buck right now. Man United sing 20 times Man United. They don't sing 13 times Man United. They don't sing that, do they?
What does that have to do? What we're talking about?
They don't just look at.
They don't have.
Bro, my guy. All I'm telling you is, in the last 32 years, you have one league title. In the last for the big Liverpool. Yeah, can you imagine Barcelona going 32 years and winning one league title?
Do you know how crazy that is? Listen to what you just said as well. And if we've only won one league title and you're so many trophies behind us, and we're giving you 32 years to try and catch us.
No, this is not Ludo, bro.
Giving you 32 years.
We're not playing Ludo, bro. This is football. There's context. Like I said,
you're doing what you did with Spurs. You're talking about your context and not talking about ours.
No, but your context makes no sense because you tried to throw the timing of when I saw Arsenal winning the Prem. And I said, how the hell can you talk about that when you've only seen one Prem in your whole life?
How can you
say it with your chest?
How can you
Great show,
bro? How can you say I'm controlling the time span when all I'm doing is talking about what's happened? I'm not controlling no time span. You're controlling the time span by what you've been alive for. The Premier League of football wasn't established when you was born.
My guy, I know this. I'm older than you. I know this. It's nothing to do with this. Did you hear me say Arsenal's the big? You're acting like I've come here and I've said Arsenal is the biggest team in England. That's never come out of my mouth, bro.
Bro, it doesn't bother me who's.
But I'm saying, like, look at don't act like your standards, are the same standards you had in the 80s and the 70s, bro.
No. For me, my standards don't change, bro. One Premier League title for me, one Premier League title for Jurgen Klopp isn't good enough for me. That's the simple. I'm gonna keep it apart.
This is so hard.
But what conversation? I'm not gonna have a conversation with a City fan, with a Chelsea fan, and certainly not with an Arsenal fan about standards with trophies. Yeah, standards with trophies. I will refuse to have that conversation. If you're a Man United fan, let's sit and talk at a table and let's talk about it. If you're a Chelsea fan, let's sit and have.
See, this is stupid. Then at this point, there's no point. Don't debate football. Then just debate with only teams that I've won more than you in your history. That don't make sense, my guy. Like, I'll ask you this question. I'll ask you this question, yeah? Do you wake up every day thinking about your ex-girlfriend, bro?
No.
Okay, you wake up every day thinking about how your day is today, right? Right. So, or do you always discuss? Do you always talk about your ex? Oh my God, I remember when me and my ex had a great time together, bro. What you did in the 80s and 70s, my guy.
That's a good analogy. But guess what? I started YouTube 2 years ago, yeah? So let's say YouTube changed their name tomorrow and they changed the format of YouTube and certain subscribers don't like it anymore. I'm not going to lose the 7,000 subscribers I gained 2 years ago. I'm still going to, that just because YouTube has changed this format, that doesn't mean we're going to discount what's happened before that and everyone starts fresh. Everyone starts fresh tomorrow. And you go, you know.
They definitely started fresh because it took you bloody 20 God knows how many years to get a title again, fam. So clearly, this new Premier League thing showed that your team was done out, bro. Like, and me growing up.
But we worked, bro. Trust me, I was living off that Champions League. I lived off that for 13 years. And it weren't good enough. Again, with you, man, I'm talking about standards because a lot of you have forgotten what it's like to be a big team. You've forgotten what it's like to adapt to pressure. You seek validation and avoid it.
I gotta let these guys.
That's cap. That's cap still. That's cap.
As Arsenal fans, I didn't want to do this. As Arsenal fans, you man seek validation and avoid expectation. That's what you man do.
That's what I'm saying.
When it comes to title races, when it comes to a title race, you don't know when you're in a title race. You don't know when to call you're in a title race because you've been in 2 title races in the last 20 years, and all you've done is compete for cups. You have been a cup team as well. In 2/3 of the time that we have been a cup team.
How ironic that a guy who's
I'm not done. It's okay to
what is my man showing behind you? Carabao Cup final behind him, right?
Listen to me. It's okay to be a cup team if you have won Champions Leagues.
See, that's again. This is my point. Like, you're being a hypocrite again. Like,
I call Chelsea at times cup teams, even though they've won their Prems and that, but they've won Champions Leagues. City have now gone and won the Champions League. If you are winning, if all you've known.
So what Spurs then? Like, if bro, like, so what?
Spurs are a cup team.
Spurs are nothing. I'm not in
nah, but like you're saying we're a cup team, but you're not really. My point is, if you're gonna dive into that kind of conversation, yeah, because like I said, you're 27, so obviously you clearly don't know why Arsenal have only competed for 2 titles in the last 20 years.
No, I know exactly why.
No, you don't know exactly why.
What do you mean? I know why, man. The reason why you man stopped competing is because the lack of backing from your owners. When you had a manager who could get a trash team to 4th year in year out for 7 years. But guess what? We're under FSG with trash owners. So the trash owners thing, these men are owned by Daniel Levy, the shrewd man himself. So they see the owners thing. Fair enough. I hear the reason.
It's not just that's after though. But prior to that, bro, we moved to a stadium. You know, and it was the end of, bro, we lost players who were considered some of the greatest to play in the Premier League, bro, in their positions. So we had a whole transition, changed everything, and then we had no backing, and then there's all these things, bro. Like, so it's not like, oh yeah, Arsenal we've had the money and the backing, like a Man United, for example, we've always had money, yeah, for the majority of the time in the Premier League, and have not really competed the way they were supposed to compete. Like,
bro, I know that. But I always praise Wenger personally because I feel like he got things out of players that should never have happened. Like the certain Arsenal squads I saw finishing 4th, I used to scratch my head thinking how. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that, but at the same time, the context works for both sides. How many transitions did Liverpool go through? Anytime we got close to 3rd, 2nd, players gone to Barca, gone to Madrid. You know the story. We have one good season. It would be you man better win this season because you know half of them are going Madrid, half of them are going Barcelona.
You've had a couple moments where you could have obviously.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And that, but is that an excuse for me to say that since the 2000s I've seen one Premier League, actually we're dating even back to 1989, I believe. From 89, one Premier League. I don't care how many transitions we've gone through. You've had 33 opportunities to win the league. One of them ain't good enough. But at the same time, we've won 2 Champions Leagues. We've actually won more trophies than you in the Premier League era, so that's fine. And at the same time, we've had to everything Fergie's built, everything Sir Alex Ferguson, the Don Dada of the Premier League, everything he built, Klopp tore it down in 9 years, and now we're the most decorated team in the Premier League. So for me, I've always got that to fall back on. If for Premier Leagues,
wait, say that again. Everything what?
everything that Sir
Guys.
Alex Ferguson built for Man United to overtake the
We're not
Shankies and
finishing
all
this
them,
tonight.
man.
We're not finishing
Everything,
this tonight.
everything he built, Klopp went and tore that down because Man United were the most decorated team they were the most decorated team with the most trophies. They overtook Liverpool because of what.
Oh, you're talking about all trophies. Okay.
But bro,
Yeah.
bro,
Well, look,
I'll leave it there.
well, look, man. Look, I think
If they were
for
so
me
easy to win,
personally,
why didn't you win them? That's all I'll leave.
you man put forward a very robust argument tonight, and the truth is, as always, time will tell, and we will see. What we know is that Liverpool is a fantastic team. Arsenal have been a decent team. Do you get me? And Man City are a fantastic team. And this season isn't over. At the moment, the three of you have all agreed, well, two of you have agreed that there's a 3-horse race. One of you says it's a 2-horse race, and one of us says it's a 5-horse race. Do you get me? And we will have an opportunity to see Wagwan from our teams this week, because this weekend there's another run of games. And then next week we can come again with Chest to talk about where we are. Because let's be real, I think this season is going to...
Yeah, they said no, let's cut him off.
Yeah, man.
He nearly mentioned Spurs again. That's probably why.
FBI got a good still.
Yeah, he was about to mention Spurs.
On that note, Enz, thank you for coming through.
Appreciate the invite, bro.
Thank you, my bro, man. Pleasure, man.
Fire. Arsenal, man, the AFC always, Jay Greens, all the people them in the chat, here to there, kudos. You get me, Alan, all the guys that we saw. What's the point? Thank you for joining in. Please smash the likes. And again, at the moment, these guys are saying with Chess that it's a 3-horse race. I can't believe that people are not really trying to include Villa. People are not trying to include my club, Tottenham Hotspur. But let's let another week go and let's see how the conversation takes forth next week, Monday. But man, then thank you for coming through.
Big up, man.
It's been a great debate. I'm gonna go back, listen to it. Great debate, and good night.
Peace, man. Big up, man.
Don't know,